These are some Dinar Guru updates. Starting off with Militiaman, I can say this: everything we know to date is all good. There comes a time when all things have come together and it looks as though they are. I can imagine for the fist-bumping deals made over the last 48 hours and possibly still going on. I can't imagine Kazemi being in DC and not have something to give, take, and or sign. Regardless who he meets, by extension, it will be through the UST, WB, IMF, UN, BIS, WTO, in my opinion. Let's remember the white papers have been in implementation mode. Pimpy says, for those of you who don't know, RE is an reinstatement, which means they give you back the original rate, which was $3.22 for every one Iraqi dinar. RV is when they revalue the currency, which just happened at the end of 2020. They revalued the currency of the dinar. They devalued the currency is what they did. They went in the wrong direction. They changed the value of the currency's exchange. All right, Breitling question. I've heard you state the CBI saying our currency will coexist for 2 years. What would stop them from saying that means a $1,000 dinar note would have the same value as a 1 dinar note? Why would it coexist? It doesn't work that way. There's no country on the planet that has ever done that. There's no country on the planet that would ever do that. Frank 26 article, quote, confidence in the Iraqi dinar is eroding and the prospect of removing zeros. No. What? Nobody is saying they're not going to remove the 3 zeros from the exchange rate, and confidence is exploding inside of Iraqi citizens. They know. The citizens are now working with the banks of Iraq. It's etched in titanium. They're telling you that they are deleting it without giving you the date yet for implementation of the deletion of the 3 zeros. All right, Mountain Goat, the delegation from Iraq has arrived in the U.S. this week and will begin holding meetings to discuss business beginning on Friday through the weekend of next week. There are only 3 main reasons why Kazemi is going to Washington, D.C. Number 1, he wants a binding timeline for the withdrawal of foreign combat forces from Iraq. This is only a political move on his part, as he knows that the U.S. forces will not be leaving Iraq for a very long time. Number 2, he wants more U.S. companies to come and invest in Iraq. Number 3, he wants the currency reinstated and normalized. If the troops don't remain in Iraq, will not get the currency reinstated, nor will they get U.S. companies to invest in Iraq. All right, foot forward article, quote, Biden to host Iraq's Prime Minister at the White House on July 26, quote, the visit will highlight the strategic partnership between the two countries and advance bilateral cooperation under a 2008 agreement that governed the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Iraq, unquote. Foot forward says, this makes me laugh. Yeah, having a meeting about how you'll pull all your troops and how we're going to work together moving forward. If the troops are pulling out, they have no reason to work together because Iran would take over. This is a mirage. Petra saying out there, once a country is recognized fully, Article 8, countries no longer will question the validity of their trade capability or their currency, in my opinion. Lastly, we have Breitling saying, look at some of the conversations going on. Look at Iraq. Iraq's a disaster, so therefore the value of their currency couldn't go up. The reality is the value of their currency was artificially devalued. So even if it did go down and it was a real market rate, it wouldn't go down to a tenth of a penny where it is today. It would still be worth 50 cents, 70 cents, up to $1, because if you go look at the countries surrounding Iraq, currencies are 27 cents, 37 cents. You have Kuwait's, it looks like $3.